This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. Yahweh Shai speaking red letter of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, Luke 21 and 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon, and the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations were perplexities, disease, and the raised one. This is Luke 21 and 9. And it reads, red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking Luke 21 and 9 through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be ye not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet by and by. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makarkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a outside lesson that I wanted to bring out. This is from AssociatedPressNews.com as of today. And it reads, UN slams deployment of South Sudan troops in dispute region. And it says the United Nations on Wednesday condemned the deployment of South Sudanese troops in the area of the dispute region of Abari, if I pronounced that right, which both Sudan and South Sudan claim. It says the UN peacekeeper mission in the context reason warned that the deployment of troops in the southern part of Abayi would create an untold suffering and humanitarian concerns for civilians in the area. It says there was no immediate comment from the South Sudanese authorities, and a spokesperson for the ruling military in Sudan did not answer a request for comment. The deployment followed a renewed fighting within around ABYEI, says the mission known the UNIFA, which is spelled UNISFA. It urged both parties to stop fighting and allow the political process to resolve the lingering crisis. It says the UNISFA is against any of the unauthorized deployment in ABYEI, the mission says. The mission statement did not elaborate on the fighting. Local media, however, reported the latest clashes between the NUER and the DINKA-NGRK tribes in the region grew out of cattle rustling late last month. Citing local authorities, Sudan Tribune News websites said at least 18 people were killed and 9 were injured. Now I'm going to bring out the scripture again. Luke 21 and 9, red letter of Yahweh Shai speaking through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be ye not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. And this is Luke 21 and 25. Bring it out again as well too. Red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking through the Holy Scriptures. Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations were perplexities, disease, and raised warrant. Right, as we said, the uprisings and uproars in the people of the world. Because you're going to see in the latter days increasing uncertainty of things that are going to transpire and increase around the world. This is Salakia. Go to the next verse. This is it in the Apocrypha of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, it's 2nd Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? And that's what we're seeing. Even if it's like people in the same country, you got two different nations and two different organization factors, tribals clashing with each other, and that's what we're seeing, especially with this recent news article coming from Sudan of the recent deployment of South Sudan troops, and both trying to claim that part in that region in Sudan, which is the region of ABIEY, which both Sudan and South Sudan claimed, So that's like a regional tribal clashes in that region. So you're gonna have something similar to this around the world, because that's why it says the aggressive nations were perplexing, just like I brought out the Luke 21 and 25 and the second Esdras 9 and 3. You're gonna hear a lot of uproars in people's world, and that's what we're seeing, So with that, this was just a quick outside walk lesson that I wanted to bring out of this recent news article that coming down from Sudan. It says the UN slams deployment of South Sudan troops in a dispute region, which Sudan and South Sudan both claims of this region in this area, So with that, hopefully this was edifying. Like I mentioned again, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.